Reverend Davis sounding better.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
feel a lot better. I'm starting to get mobility and be able to walk a little bit on my own. Taking
Oh,
small steps, but I'm using a walker now with wheels on it. So, and they told me I don't have to have therapy anymore. So, just to keep doing the exercises I was doing. So I've been doing them and trying to be faithful and get back on my feet and start walking like a normal person. But still got a little ways to go.
well, that's sounding much better.
I appreciated the prayers; they really worked.
Mm, they usually do.
Usually do. We've got Mr. David Mincy down there in Florida with us too also tonight. So,
Hi, David.
Hi, Sandy. Sorry. Hi, Sandy. Sorry,
Hi.
I had something on my tongue.
Uh-oh. Don't bite
on
the
me.
tongue.
Don't bite it.
I'm cooking Alabama green peanuts, and they're real big, you know. They're about 3 times the size of the Florida peanuts. So I got to test them, make sure they're tasting okay.
Well, I wonder why you're not using Georgia peanuts.
Because Alabama peanuts are 3 times the size of Georgia peanuts.
Yeah, but Jimmy Carter's going to be disappointed.
I don't like Jimmy Carter. Never did.
I didn't either. Even when he was governor of Georgia, I didn't.
So, Mike, did I see that you have a new representative or a new senator?
No, I didn't get elected.
Oh, got it.
I think my son wrote my name in on the empty line for me to be governor.
I didn't.
Did you get elected?
No,
Darn.
I don't have $100 million to throw around.
Yeah.
They spent $113 million on that campaign.
You know, it costs a whole lot more to get elected than what you're going to make by being elected. I don't understand that. I don't understand why anybody want to spend all that much more money than what they're going to make. They
Let
must.
me explain it to you.
Well,
They
I'm
steal it
afraid
all
what.
back with interest.
That's what I was afraid you was going to say. I think you're right.
And besides, when they're running for office, they don't use their own money, they use other people's money.
Well, that's true too. They don't use mine because I tell them all when they call looking for money that I'm going to be real fair to everybody that's running and not give anybody any.
That's kind of my philosophy.
Yep. Back when I was in high school, a friend of mine that I went to high school with, his daddy was running for sheriff. And we was sitting down having dinner one night, and he explained to me how much money his campaign for sheriff was costing, and how little he was actually going to make from it. And I told him I didn't see any reason, any logical reason for somebody to spend that much money just to make that little bit of money. And he said it's worth it. That's all he would ever tell me, is it was worth it. Well, I ain't sure exactly what he meant by that, but I got an idea.
Well, share your idea with us.
I think Reverend Dave already has.
Oh, okay. Probably get a bunch more donations behind the election, right?
Being sheriff, and that was in North Alabama, rural North Alabama. I I imagine there was ways he was gonna make money that wasn't gonna show up on his income taxes.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to have a very entertaining, make sure you don't have to be there yourself, but if you want to have a very entertaining afternoon or morning, show up for court, for traffic court. Because people
Yeah.
are idiots. I mean,
Yep.
they say, the judge explains to you, if you plead no contest, it means you're waiving your right to argue. And everybody said, okay. And I said, you understand your rights as I explained it to you? Yes, ma'am, I understand. They go, how are you going to plead? They go, well, I'll plead no contest. She goes, okay, well, in that case, and they go, but you got to understand, it wasn't my fault. And she goes, no, you have to understand, if you argue with me, that means you're pleading not guilty. And we have to set up another. No, I don't want to come back here. I just want to plead no contest. Well, but you don't understand. It wasn't my fault. And they're so obstinate. And they had to have 6 or 7 people in front of me that did the same argument. And this judge had the patience of a saint. And she kept telling him, no, you're not allowed to argue with me. One guy, she suspended. He had not wearing a seatbelt and improper turn. She suspended one of his sentences. He wanted her to suspend the court cost. And I hate to tell you this, buddy, but that's how they get paid. That's
how they
when they
get
make their
paid.
money, is the court cost.
You're
And she's
right.
not going to suspend that. But people are idiots. I mean,
Yep.
and I happened to be the very last person they had in line. So I had to listen to it all.
How'd you plead, Redmond Dave? No contest.
So I pleaded no contest. She goes, you have anything to say? I go, no, ma'am, you've heard it all already. She goes, yes, I have. So she suspended my paying overtime fee, which I'm paying up. You know, I have to. My lawyer is sending the check in, but she suspended that. So I think I did. She suspended very little things for everybody else. So I was grateful for that. But people are just so stupid and so idiotic,
Yep.
and they want to argue. They want to plead no contest, or they want to plead guilty, or whatever. But then they want to argue that it wasn't their fault. I just don't get it. And they already. She always asks them, "Do you understand your rights as I explained them to you?" Yes, ma'am, I understand. No, you don't.
I really
Oh,
don't.
glory to God.
Stupidity is alive and well.
And some of the fines, some of the things they found people guilty of, not using a turn signal. I mean, for a safe lane change, you have to use a turn signal. I mean, I always use my turn signals,
Yeah.
but to me, that's pretty nitpicky. I mean, if you're not cutting somebody off or doing something like that, when I say who needs the turn signal, but they got like 3 people on not using a turn signal. So I thought, election year, they're trying to run up their totals.
Of course. All the municipalities are doing that.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Well, like you say, they got to make money. They got to pay their.
The harder times get,
Bills.
the worse they get.
Got to pay the bills.
Saw a commentary where somebody took statistics back in August of this year, and they said 23.2% of all Americans are not working. That's almost 1 out of 4 are not working right now. And they say 50 million are on some sort of, 52 million are on some sort of welfare. some sort of public aid.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
That number is manipulated. It really doesn't mean a whole lot. Actually, the figure was probably closer to 80 to 90%, or on some kind, or getting some kind of government check. But
Well, some of them need it and some of them don't.
some of them need it and some of them don't. You're right.
Now me, I got a business and I got a part-time job.
You got a business and a part-time job.
Yep.
Well, I hear it.
And an internet marketing job.
Yep. Yep. If y'all keep hearing beeping, that's because I keep hitting the wrong keyboard here. Well,
You know, I had a funny thing happen to me today. I had a guy ask me that I've known for a while, and he's pretty negative, and I just avoid him. He says, "Are you still doing that gold thing?"
Are you still doing that gold thing?
And I said, "Yeah. Do you still have your job?"
Well, I'm gonna share with y'all something for just a second, if I may. You just stirred up a memory on me, or a thought on me. I do have a friend who was a rather successful banker. I don't know exactly what he did in the bank, but I do know that he was rather successful. He's also a Christian entertainer, singer, actor, and public. I mean, he's a pretty big figure there too. And he got involved in that gold thing, as Dave called it. I'm not going to say any names, but I think y'all know what names we're talking about. He got involved in that. He is now no longer working for the bank. Didn't need the job, and he is still doing his Christian music and recording and traveling and everything like that. But his primary income now, and he is, what I would have to say, is very successful. Is all he does really for income is that gold thing. Now, I'm not recommending anything. I'm not putting down anything. I'm not commenting on it. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'll let y'all make your own decisions on that, but I will tell you that this is a fellow I've known for a while. In fact, we used to be business partners at one time, several years ago, a lot of years ago. And like I said, he got involved with the Wells Fargo Bank, in fact, and he worked his way on up the ladder there and was doing very successful there. But like I said, he got involved with that gold thing, and now that gold thing is doing really, really well for him. So,
Well, that's good.
I'm not going, like I said, I'm not saying what gold thing, and not commenting good or bad about it. Y'all can make your own minds up on that. And if you need any information on that gold thing, I can recommend someone that can give you that information and share it with you. He's on our call tonight. So. But anyway, I just thought I'd throw that. I do have one other thing I want to mention tonight, just in passing, because a few of you, most of y'all have been or involved with our winning team co-op. I have, and you might get an email from PayPal. I have suspended all of the subscriptions. There will be no more $3 deducted from your accounts if there was been, should not be anymore. I have restructured the co-op. The co-op's still there. The rotator's still there. The advertising for the rotator is still all out in place, and it's not going to slack off. In fact, I'm probably going to be hitting it even harder here now. But I just want to let y'all know the only thing I'm requiring people to do now to remain active in the co-op is to go to the co-op page on our website, and down at the bottom there's a little black button that says confirm URL. I just want people to click on that. That'll take them to a splash page actually, where they can put their name and email address, and if they want to change the URL, they can change it right there. If they don't want to change it, just put their name and email address and just click on the send button. What that do is that'll just send me a thing, and if they'll do that once a week, I'll know they're still alive and kicking and active and want to keep their URLs rotating out there, and they will do so. The rotator has grown considerably, and if anybody's not interested in staying in the rotator at this point in time, it's not going to cost anybody anything anymore. As of today, I'm been rewriting that page so that it reflects that. I know $3.
Did you take me off?
Well, no, I suspended your $3.
Oh.
But
okay, well leave me on there then.
But you're still in the rotator. In fact, all three of y'all still have a link in the rotator. And,
well, I've never seen my link in the rotator.
Well, it's there. In fact, now when you go to this button, you click on confirm, it takes you to a little splash page where you put your name and email address, and if you want to change your link, you can there, but you don't have to. And then when you hit send, it'll actually send you to the rotator. It won't necessarily send you to your page. It'll just send you to whichever page is coming up next. This is going to accomplish a couple things. One, it's going to let me know that people are still interested in it, and if it'll also let it'll create more eyeballs on the ads that are getting served out there. And we actually get quite a few hits on that, on a regular basis there. So it's doing good. But I don't know whether advertising works or whether your ad works. I have no way of tracking that. Don't even desire to track that. I know I can serve it and make sure it gets presented there, but as far as your advertising actually selling, that's up to you and how you write the ad.
Mike, what's that URL for the rotator?
I don't know. I'd have to go look it up. I got all kind of little shortcuts and stuff like that. We go to it, but I don't use the same. It all points back to the same URL, but I don't go to the same URL. I don't use that same URL all the time.
For us to do what you need for us to do.
Oh, do what you want to do. What you need to do is just go to the winningteam.info, and then under home, main, whatever it is there, just hover over. It says main menu. Just hover over main menu, and then a menu drops down. You can scroll down. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th item on the menu. It says Winning Team Advertising Co-op. You'll just click on that. It'll take you to the page, and you can join the winning team on that page. You can register for a URL on there if you're doing it for the first time. If you're not doing it for the first time, if you already have one in there, just scroll on down to the very bottom. It says confirm URL. If you'll just click on that, it'll take you to a little splash page. It says Winning Team Advertising Co-op, and there's a great big old huge form in there. It asks for your name, your email address, and it has a link in there for your to put a URL to advertise. If you want to change your URL, if you don't want to change it, just put your name and email address on there and click send. And what that do is that'll send me the information, which tells me that you're still alive and you're still kicking and you're still interested in having your URL in the rotator. And if you are, then we'll make sure it will take me about, it won't happen, you won't be able to see it instantly because it'll take me 24 hours to get it, your URL changed and put in there if you want to change it. But if you don't want to change it, just leave the same one. It'll come up in order, whatever order it is. But when you click on the send button, it's going to take you to somebody's page that is in the rotator already. It may be yours. If you happen to be the next one come up, it'll be yours. If it's not, if you're not the next one, then it'll be just whoever happens to be next. But anyway, so like I said, if you'll just click on that link down at the bottom of the co-op page on our website, it'll take you to this little splash page where you can, when you click the send button, it'll tell me that you have wanted to continue. I appreciate all of y'all for helping me get this started. It has started to grow. It's doing good. Like we said, we're getting a lot of hits to it. And,
I don't remember my URL that I'm advertising.
I can tell you what's in there right now. If you'll give me just a second, I'll go find it. Let's see here. Oh, I don't have a URL in here for you right now. There's one that gets served up, but it's not actually yours. It's just a fill-in because I didn't have for some reason or other, I didn't have a URL for you right now.
Okay.
If you,
so I need to put one in.
No, you just tell me right now, and I'll put it in right now while I'm on the page to do that.
Well, let me see if I can remember what it is.
Now that's your problem. I can't. I can't tell all y'all. I've got them all pulled up right here.
My peanuts are starting to sink.
Your peanuts are sinking.
Yeah, that means they're getting done.
They don't float when they get done.
No,
They sink.
the other way around.
They soak up all that salty water and they sink, huh?
Yeah, there's more than just salt in here.
Yeah.
There's Louisiana hot
I
sauce.
was fixing to ask if you put some good hot sauce in there.
And there's some Creole seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Now I remember.
Tell me what you want in there, and I'll put it.
GAM77.
Okay. Any of this
dot.
capital?
No, all lowercase.
Okay. GAM77. On the wrong keyboard again. GAM77.
.revwit.com.
WIT, WHIT.
WHIT.
Right. Okay. Anything else to it?
No? Make sure it works.
GAM77 revwit.com.
Yeah, .revwit.com.
.revwit.com. That's what I got here. That's what I got. Okay, it's in there and it's rotating yours now.
Cool, thank you.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Marty. I didn't hear you bell. I apologize.
It's our favorite Canadian. Yay!
Yay!
Thanks, Reverend Dave.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry I'm late, but I had friend of mine called me, and then when I saw what time it was,
You have friends besides us?
the odd one.
Oh, okay.
Mike, I have a question here.
Yes, ma'am.
Just in case I forget about it, I just happened to see it because I just got home about half an hour. Well, no, that's not true. Maybe an hour ago. It says that MBL Marketing has canceled my automatic payments. Did you cancel that?
Yes, ma'am. That's what I was just telling everyone. You got in right on the very tail end of that. What I've done is the rotator is still out there. The co-op is still out there. It's still running, and everybody's still got links in there. What you got is I just canceled the payments on them, so nobody's having to pay for it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're kind of not having to pay for it. What amounts to is now, in order to let me know that you're still interested and active, at least once a week, I need for you to go to the winningteam.info and under main menu, scroll down to the co-op link, click on the co-op link, and go all the way to the bottom of the page, and there is a black button there that says confirm URL. If you'll just click on there, it'll take you to a little splash page where you can put in your name and your email address and your URL. You don't need to put a URL in there if you do not want to change what you have already, but if for some reason or other you want to change it, you can fill in that URL blank as well. And what that'll do is that will send me just the information to say, hey, look, I'm still alive, kicking, and I'm still interested in staying in the rotator. And from actually as of today, you won't be charged anything for it anymore.
Okay. Yeah, because as I said, I had just was skimming my.
Yeah, I'll be sending out an email in the morning to everybody to let them know why they're getting that letter from PayPal. But it just means that you're not going to have to pay for the rotator anymore. You're going to you'll stay in it as long as you want to stay in it, and we're going to keep on promoting and keeping it out there. But it just there won't be any cost to do it anymore, other than just about once a week or so. If you'll just go to the winningteam.info, our website, and under the main menu, scroll down to the co-op link, and then at the bottom of the co-op page, you'll see a little black button that says confirm URL. Just click on that, and then go. It takes you to a splash page where you can just put in your name and email address and click send. And like I said, that's just to let me know that you're still interested in being in the rotator. So.
The rotator for the IBO.
No, it's not. It's a special rotator. It's a lot bigger rotator than what we got through any of our other links. But it's a
no. I'm just clarifying because I haven't been that active with it. So
well, it's been active for you though. So
Pardon?
It's been active for you. It has been serving up a URL. I can tell you what. Well, I think I can tell you what yeah, I can do it. I can tell you what URL it sends out for you if you were interested in knowing.
I'll write it down.
Okay, hold on just a minute. Let me click a few buttons here, and it'll tell me. Okay. Okay, it's sending to to one of the Skyforp capture pages.
Oh, okay.
It's got the young lady in the red dress and the young man there, and he's holding up a handful of money and says create a full-time income.
Okay.
I would tell you exactly what URL that is, except it due to shortcuts and stuff I've used, it didn't come up and tell me what URL it is. It's masked. I can tell you what.
All right, so you still want me to go into the co-op and say that, or can I just tell you now?
No, you've told me now. That's fine, but just okay. Once a week or so, if you'll just go in, and it's real simple process. It's just verifying that you're But you're still wanting to stay in the rotator. You know, the rotator's beginning to grow numbers wise, people wise, and I wanted to, you know, I don't want to get some people to come in and kick tires and then I never hear from them again or anything like that. So I just want to, that way people can verify about that they're still around.
Okay, thank you.
Mike, I have to go. It's getting late and my son has to go to bed.
All right, sir. I'll send you a bill for the advertising. And
All right.
No.
I appreciate that.
we appreciate you being in here, Reverend Dave. We look forward to having you back in here again.
Hope to be there Thursday.
We really look forward to it.
Good night, Reverend Dave.
Your
Good night.
Good
wisdom.
night, everybody. God bless.
God bless you too, and have a good night. Oh, David Mincy, you still around here?
Here.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
I'm still here.
I tell you what's being served up for you is it says davidmincy.myopportunityplus.com.
Yeah, that goes to.
That's one of your Skyfork capture pages. I think that.
Yeah, that goes to my flip to top page.
Yep, I believe it does.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
Because I got it in the Skyfork rotator as flip to top and then Force 5 income, which I got to take Force 5 income out because it ain't doing nothing. So I need to shut the Skyfork rotator down and use the one that we're using in the co-op.
Well, it's fine. Whichever one you want, whatever you want, you just do exactly what I told you and put it in there, and it'll come up and tell me. Let's see here, Miss Sandy. I'm looking to see what's going up for you. You got one of the shortcuts in there for you too. What's
I'm
that?
making it miserable because I changed it twice already.
That's okay. It's okay. This is wix.com/what can Skyfork tools do for you? Is that so?
Yeah, I just changed it to I put the IBO URL in, and then I realized it has a menu bar at the top, and I'm trying to get that menu bar out. Does it? You said you mask it anyway.
Well, I
You
did.
want me to give you the Wix?
Just give me. Yeah, the Wix will do. That's fine. Just whatever you want. Whatever you want.
It's http://samblumstrom.wix.com/beta matrix.
Okay, I got the wrong keyboard. I got Sam Blundstrom. Let's see here. I'm probably the only one who knows how to spell that. Sam Blundstrom dot
Wix.
Wix, W-I-X
.com/beta matrix.
Feeder matrix. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna test that and make sure it works. All right, I got a nice page here. Looks like a family playing in the ocean.
Yeah.
Want to spend more time with your family? That sounds like a good thing. All right.
Man, them things are good.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you know what I'm going to do after I get off the call tonight? I'm going to go make some nanner pudding, too.
Oh, me. That sounds good.
And I cook it on the stove.
That's good.
Sure sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
No. I have lost my matches.
Uh-oh.
Sure, you rascals are.
David said cooking does make me boil. Nana.
Yeah,
Nana
I'm
pudding.
working on. Yep. Yepers. I'm gonna make three big trays of it. Nanner pudding.
What are you gonna do with it all?
Well, we're gonna have at my part-time job, we're gonna have a Thanksgiving luncheon. And I'll guarantee you, there won't be none left.
None, huh?
Nope. There never is. Every time I make it, it's all gone.
Well,
So when's your Thanksgiving this year?
Well, it's a couple weeks away, but we're having a luncheon tomorrow at this part-time job I've got.
Yeah. Well, you always have it around the 25th of November or something?
It's always the third week of November, the third Thursday.
The third Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because as you know, ours is already passed. Oh, so yours is on the 20th this year.
No, I think, David, they changed it back to the fourth Thursday in November. But it's the 27th.
Oh, it might be. Yeah,
Oh,
you're.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
I think.
you're
I
You're
think
right.
you're right, Sandy. I heard it was going to be on the 27th.
Yeah, they changed it again.
Yeah.
okay. It is 27th because I see it on the calendar here, so that's late. Is that late for you people?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, they for a while they were putting it in the third Thursday, and I don't know, somebody must have stomped and hollered because now it's back to the fourth Thursday. That's what it was for years. But Marty, when's yours?
Ours is always in October.
It's in October, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's always in October, and I'm just looking, and it was the 13th of October,
Oh, okay.
which is a Monday. But yours is always the Thursday, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's classified as your Thanksgiving Day.
yes.
Okay, where ours is always the Monday.
Huh.
So ours was the 13th. That's why I was specifying, because I didn't know. I knew yours was always around the 25th of November, but I just assumed it was like ours on the Monday, but yours is actually the Thursday.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. There, they say we learn something new every day.
Every
Oh, there
day.
you go. Yours a big deal, big holiday?
Pardon?
Is yours usually a big holiday?
It's not as big as yours. We don't sell it or sell it. We don't celebrate it as much as used to. Because am I correct that you don't usually put your Christmas stuff out till after New Year? Or
The Friday after Thanksgiving Day, which is always on Thursday, is called Black Friday, and that's when typically all of the stores and shopping centers and everybody just goes crazy over their Christmas sales and Christmas
Yeah.
Christmas doings. So,
Well, Doug and I got an appointment last night. Came around the corner. House up the street is totally decorated for Christmas.
we've got one or two on my street.
It's all around. Obnoxious. Absolutely
Well-
obnoxious.
well, see here, we already have a lot of Christmas. We always do, because of course our Thanksgiving is earlier, but we always we've got a lot of Christmas stuff out. We always do. But I remember one year being in Florida, and it was around November the 25th, and I said, "Where's all your Christmas stuff?" I didn't know. And I was told that you don't put it out, or don't start to put it out till after your Thanksgiving, but I didn't know when. So you're saying it's actually the next day,
Yeah, usually.
like Friday. Yeah, okay. And see, that I've heard of Black Friday, but I didn't know exactly everything about it. But see, we have, do you have classified as Boxing Day?
Now,
No?
that's the day after Christmas?
Yeah.
No, we don't have that.
Okay, we do.
Yeah.
And it was always a holiday, but now I don't know. It's not. It can, like we used to always have to work it, and then we didn't, and now I guess they started back where we do. But you can't return your Christmas stuff on that day, because when I worked in retail, the only day I had off at Christmas time was Christmas Day, because we had to go back to work on Boxing Day, and that was the busiest day.
Oh, wow.
But see, that's why I'm hesitant now, because I haven't worked in retail for quite a while, but it is back opened again, but it's got sales and everything, kind of like your Black Friday, but there's no comparison. But you can't return stuff from Christmas.
Well, Marnie.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's when they go out about a week before Black Friday, and they spend Thanksgiving at the store, and they camp out at the store about a week before Black Friday. But I've never done that, but people do.
People are crazy.
Well, I've heard of them camping out the day before, but not a week.
Yeah, a week. When those phones came out, iPhones, it was just as bad then too. But
Wow.
usually it's for when the Xboxes came out the first time.
Yeah.
They had lines.
Sure.
They were, people were rotating, and you know, staying out there for a few days, and then somebody else would come hold their spot for a few days. Yeah.
Crazy.
So do you have really good prices on all your stuff for Christmas too?
Yeah, that's when they drop the price tremendously, is on Black Friday.
And then see, we
Well-
drop our, okay, and we drop our prices. In fact, they're half price or less on Boxing Day.
Yeah. Well, going back to Thanksgiving, you know, how we celebrate Thanksgiving is we just eat way too much, and we try to watch a football game and fall asleep on the couch. That's how we celebrate it.
Well, we eat too much too, but I don't know if they do that. I can't answer that. But you know, a lot of people don't know that we have different Thanksgiving.
No,
because
I
a
just
lot-
learned something. I just learned that today. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, see, I didn't know that a lot of places in Europe don't. I don't know if it's all Europe, but I know there's several different countries in Europe that don't have Thanksgiving.
No, it's more, the Thanksgiving that we have is more of just a U.S. holiday. That's why it's on a different day than what y'all have.
Yeah, it's a holiday to us too, but I
Yeah.
don't know if anybody. I don't know how do I explain it. Anybody in Europe, I don't know which ones do celebrate it and which ones don't. I guess it depends on their religion and that too, probably.
Yeah.
Because I know, I can't remember, I know once I said to somebody, I was assuming that their Thanksgiving was the same time as yours, so I said Happy Thanksgiving or something, and I got back saying, we don't have Thanksgiving. And one of them is Germany. That I
Right,
do
yeah.
know. Because I just thought of that. I said Happy
What-
Thanksgiving, and they
What,
told me they don't have it.
what we have that we celebrate as Thanksgiving is actually, we are celebrating the Indians, the native Indians that were here, and the European pilgrims that came over, and they're celebrating the fact that they survived the first winter and the first summer, and then they were able to grow crops the first summer, and they celebrated by having a feast, that fall when they collected all the crops and stuff like that, and they celebrated with the Native Americans that were here already, and that is typically what the Thanksgiving is about. We're giving thanks to God that He allowed them to survive that first year, and as a result, then this country really got on its feet and started to grow. But and that's why I say it's primarily just a stateside holiday. I assume that the Canadians are celebrating pretty much the same thing. I don't know for sure. I'm not that familiar with it, but that's why you won't find too much in the way of Thanksgiving over in Europe and places like that, because they didn't have the same thing to celebrate.
They probably have different holidays than we do.
Oh, I'm sure they do. I know they do. Yeah, and
Yeah.
We have a holiday today, Marnie.
Pardon?
yeah, this is a
We have a
holiday.
holiday today, Veterans Day.
Hmm.
Yeah. Now, we did have, not everything's closed here. Is everything closed where you are?
Federal
Just the
buildings.
post office, the bank.
Yeah, the post office, the bank, they close for any excuse. So
Yeah.
Yeah, because the stores were open, but of course, you're right, the post office, the banks, yes. But I'm not sure all, I know that across the road here, there's a plaza, and there's, drugstore and hairdresser and that, they were open today. And I know when I worked in retail, we never had that day off. Everybody stopped all at once.
I'm sorry. I'm still trying to update
That's okay.
this page here, and I get doing multiple things at once.
That's all
Yeah,
right.
men can't multitask.
That's what they tell me.
I added TSU and About Me to my IBO profile.
Yeah.
TSU is not listed as a social, one of the social networks.
No.
I put it up in the list. But,
I just included it in the links.
yeah, that's what I did. I put the About Me up there, too.
I got an email, Sandy, that said you added me to some About Me page. I don't remember what it was now.
Oh, I think I was in there the other day, and I don't know. Is it a collection? I don't remember. I still haven't figured that out.
I don't either. And you got to be careful, like Mike says, LinkedIn and About Me will tell you lies just to get you to click on something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They will.
Well, that could be so too, but she did have a thyroid problem because they took the thyroid out and she had to take thyroid pills. I spent the whole summer with her when I was 16. Yes, it probably did.
Yeah, Mike, when I cook these here peanuts, they all got to be laying on the bottom before I set the fire off.
Renee also.
All to the bottom. All right.
Yeah.
And you put hot sauce in them?
Yeah, I put Louisiana hot sauce, Creole seasoning, and half a cup of kosher salt.
I would imagine they need that. They must be very bland without any seasoning.
Well, when you're eating them, you don't notice it, but you notice it on your lips after you get done eating them. And my 13-year-old adopted daughter, I gave her a bag of them one time, and she ate them. She said, "Dad, my lips are burning. Can I have some more of them?"
They weren't burned so bad she wasn't going to eat anymore.
Yeah, once they fill up with water and they get nice and soft inside, they all sink to the bottom. And then I let them soak for about a week. After they're done cooked.
Yeah.
I like them roasted in the shell.
Yeah, but you ain't had none of my peanuts yet. If you don't like boiled peanuts, you got to try some of mine.
It would take some doing.
They tell me that there was a guy that was painting a vehicle for me one time, and he got a bag of peanuts from me, and he took them over there and shared him with his boss. And he says, "Hey, tell him this is the best peanuts I've ever had. How about the recipe on them things?" I'm not bragging, that's the truth.
Well, everybody, I'm gonna go, so good night, and I'm not sure about Thursday night, but anyway, take care.
Okay, Marty, good hearing you.
Thank you, appreciate that. Talk to you later. Good night.
Good night, Marty. We're glad you're able to get in here and join us.
Thank you.
We'll hopefully talk to you Thursday.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, Sandy, David,
Yes.
either one of y'all got anything else to add tonight?
Myself.
No, I've got to go pick up the daughter when she gets out of Red Lobster, so I got to go too.
All righty. Well, I appreciate both of y'all being in here tonight. And I hope I ain't confused y'all too much with this rotator, but I'm just trying to make it easier on everybody, and including me.
All right, well, good night and God bless y'all.
All righty. Same to you. We,
God bless you.
we look forward to hearing y'all again Thursday night.
Okay.
Good night.